Another episode of NemeSiike, and today we are just checking this out real quick, this little countdown that has started for the Resident Evil Village demo. If you're a PS4 or PS5 owner, yesterday at the Resident Evil Showcase they announced that you can officially play the demo starting tomorrow, which is Saturday, my time on the East Coast of the United States. And there will be a demo that we can play in 21 hours and 34 minutes from now, and that will be called the Village demo, and it's a 30-minute timed demo. So we will definitely stream that. So we learned that yesterday. We got some cool news at the showcase. We got a new trailer, which I'm going to play here. Hopefully it'll let me play it and do like a reaction type thing to it, even though I saw the trailer, but it's kind of fuzzy to me memory-wise. So I figured we could watch it again. So we'll do that here in a few minutes, and then we'll also just real quickly we'll talk about some of the new information we got yesterday from the Resident Evil Showcase. One of which that there is a bonus game mode, which is going to be the Mercenaries. They're going to bring back the Mercenaries from previous Resident Evil games, and they're going to have a version of that for this new Resident Evil Village game, which will be in first person, which will be cool. So I don't know which characters you'll be able to play as. If you're first person, it doesn't seem to make sense to have a ton of different characters, but we'll see. We also have Reverse, so they showed off or talked a little bit about Reverse, and still we've only seen the RPD map location. So as far as I know right now, we have the 6 characters, the 5 monsters, and the 1 map. I would love it to have more, but I think they're maybe just trying to test it out, see if people like it. But I personally do like it, and I think some people I've seen do have a positive reaction to it, but there are those who aren't a fan of it too. So I guess Capcom might just release that just to see how people feel. But I hope we get at least 1 or 2 other maps, and maybe like 1 or 2 other characters, 1 or 2 other monsters. That would be nice. What's up, Riddle John? How's it going? Yes, this is the demo, but it is also we're still 20 hours away. So this is me just doing a recap from yesterday, because I don't know how much of that footage survived. I was rewatching it, so I privated the video, and we did a live stream where we reacted to the full Resident Evil Showcase, and it was kind of choppy, and it wasn't just on my end, which there was definitely some on my end, but it was also, I guess, Capcom, some people watching just their stream by itself was experiencing lag and stuff. So I heard the re-uploads later came out smoother, so I'm like, that's fine. So this episode will be a little recap episode. So we found out about Resident Evil Village coming out, obviously May 7th. Obviously we found out about the demos, which we'll talk about here in a second. We got Mercenaries mode coming, and then also RE-verse. So when you buy Village, you'll get Mercenaries with it as a bonus DLC, included, and you'll get Resident Evil Verse as a bonus game. So we learned about that. They also showed off a new teaser, or actually an actual trailer. They showed a teaser before, but an actual trailer of Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, and we got a release date. It'll be coming to Netflix in July, so I'm very pumped for that. And they showed off some footage of Leon in the White House talking to Claire, and her finding a drawing done by a little boy that looked like a bunch of zombies eating people. And so Claire's trying to bring it to the attention of the government, I guess, through the company she works for, which I can't remember the name of right now that she works for. So that's cool. So they're going to talk about that, and they're going to have that release in July. So we'll probably get one more trailer, I'm guessing, sometime in May, or maybe early June, to give us a little bit more for that Resident Evil series and how many episodes it'll be and all that stuff. So I'm sure we'll get details on that very, very soon. But it was cool to at least see a trailer, and we have the returning voices of Leon and Claire from the Resident Evil 2 remake. So that's really cool that they're coming back. And that's okay, John. John says he's sorry he missed yesterday. He was at work. Well, that was okay, man. No problem. Like I said, the stream was choppy anyway, so it's all good. So you're here for the good one, because hopefully this runs smoothly. Then he also did mention about Resident Evil, the live action reboot coming out. He said, look, there's, right now, obviously we finished filming, which is funny. I saw websites going, oh my God, the Resident Evil movie finished filming already. And it's like, yeah, we covered that in December. I think it was early December or mid-December they finished filming. And they even put on their Instagram a slate, a film slate, saying that they had wrapped. So I'm like, where were some of these websites at? Just whatever. So, but the more important thing is they said, obviously they're in post-production, but they mentioned specifically that they are working on creature designs for some of the CGI creatures that'll be in the movie in post-production. So we got a little update there from the Resident Evil movie, which is cool. And then they also did push the release back to Thanksgiving, which we covered recently in an episode. So that'll give them more time to finish the effects and things like that. And then someone pointed out in the comments that the movie got pushed back because of Shang-Chi being released the same day as Resident Evil. It's possible, but at the same time, they target slightly different demographics. Like, it is male dominant in both of those, probably, you know, as far as audience goes, but Resident Evil's rated R, so I'm sure that's a little bit of a reason why they pushed back, but I feel like also they probably pushed back because they wanted more time to work on stuff, so it's probably a mixture of both, I'm gonna guess. So yeah, and so we got all that information too, or that little bit of information for the live action movie, and then they did show off just a tiny bit of gameplay, but not a ton, but they mentioned these demos. So before we get into the demo news, let's watch the trailer and see if this lets me stream it. Oh, it looks like it will. This game looks beautiful. First off, I love the landscape, the architecture, and this seems to be like a puzzle. So it looks like you can go 4 directions and maybe go to 4 different areas of the map, and you have to, you know, gain something and bring it back to this, I'm guessing, and place it on here, because it makes the Umbrella logo right now, but there, it looks like there's indentions where the grays are, the dark grays, so maybe you can place something in there, I don't know. And I love this. This reminds me of Jack Baker dragging you to the house in Resident Evil 7. So a little bit of a rhyming thing there. So that's pretty cool. I like this. If there's any survivors out there, that reminds me a little bit of Raccoon City. I think there's 2 versions of this trailer. One where she says, come to Louisa's house. So I think that was in the other version.
They're coming. Who is? What the hell was that?
Okay, this I don't remember too much, but that's cool. The werewolf stuff. And this guy with the hammer. I think he might be, because, you know, obviously there's Mother Miranda and Lady Demishu, or I don't know how to pronounce it. This lady, Queen. Oh, ooh. They've taken everything. That's the hand Ethan got cut off in the last game. And it got stitched back on and covered in herb stuff. And he was also infected at one point in the game, briefly. So I wonder if, oh, car stuff, nice. I wonder if she tasted something weird in that hand. So look, there's someone behind him that has like feather wings and like a mask on. So I'm wondering if that's Mother Miranda, if she's a kid in a mask. I don't know. I couldn't tell what was behind him. And then I love this. The sea creature I remember because I remember thinking of Resident Evil 4. Because I feel like a lot of these assets in this game are going to get reused for Resident Evil 4 remake at some point. Poor Ethan. Village. But it's funny how everyone... They're Ethan. So I'm guessing we're going to find out that Ethan might be a little bit more connected to this world than even he thought he was. Oh, Chris.
You killed Mia. Now do me and finish the job.
Dang. I'm so curious to see what Chris's role is. I like that, where it looks like there's like him mixed with the werewolf. I doubt Chris is going to be a werewolf, but I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. But that's pretty cool. Like I'm really into that. That's a good trailer because it still keeps the mystery of what the hell's going on. We still don't really know what Chris is up to, what his ultimate goals are, if he's a mastermind of some kind. I never saw Chris as that. I always saw Chris as the anti-Wesker. Like Wesker was a guy with a lot of plans and things and plots and, you know, schemes and stuff and betrayals. And Chris is like a blunt object, and that's what I like about him. He's kind of like, all right, this is my goal. I got to get to this point by the end of the night, or I got to save my sister and get out of here. Or, you know, he's got like simple goals. No, we're not going to kill that guy. That's the Duke. The Duke is the guy who sells us stuff in the game. And I think I saw some update that there is a hunting thing in this game. So there will be just wild animals running around, and you can hunt them much like you could in Metal Gear Solid 3, where you could like kill snakes and other animals, and you could eat them, I guess, and it will help keep your stamina up or power up or things like that. But remember, there was stuff like that in Resident Evil 4 where you could shoot a chicken and it would, you know, an egg would be there, or, you know, could shoot another animal. So I feel like, again, these are just them just doing things that they know they can reuse for the assets of Resident Evil 4 remake at some point. So there's the image of the baby and the 4 feathers, wings. So that reminds me a little bit of that altar that was behind the guy with the hammer. And also that guy with the hammer, the big monster that is like the big giant werewolf Goliath looking one. He's got a hammer that looks similar to that guy's. So I'm wondering if he turns into that monster in the game at some point. I'd be very curious. And I'm also curious if he's related to, Queen. Everyone calls her, like, yes, Queen. Step on me, Queen. Lady Damascus, or whatever her, Dameski or something. I can't remember how do you pronounce it. So I'm pumped. We got a lot of cool information yesterday. And then the last thing we're going to talk about here is the demos. So as you can see, we're 21 and a half hours away from the first demo, which is going to be tomorrow night. So when I get home from work, I will play it, and I hope you guys too. If you have a PS5 or a PS4, it is only for PS4 and PS5 players, this demo. And then there's going to be another demo next Saturday. So first we have this demo. It's called the Village demo, and you get 30 minutes, much like the Resident Evil 2 remake demo was, where you could run around the police department for 30 minutes, and then that's it. And like once you got to a certain point, it ended. So once you beat it, you can, if you have like 5 minutes left over, you can go back and play 5 more minutes. So you will play that tomorrow night, and you only have an 8-hour window. So from tomorrow, I think it's 5 p.m. Oh no, it's 8 p.m. my time, 5 p.m. West Coast time. From then, so 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. my time. Anywhere in there, once you start the demo, you got 30 minutes to play it. So that'll be the Village demo. So you'll be playing outside in the Village area, and you'll explore as much as you can in 30 minutes. Next Saturday, April 24th, I think it is. Next Saturday night, same thing. Same time, 8 p.m. my time to 4 a.m. my time. You can play the Castle demo. So it'll be the same rules. You have 30 minutes. You go in, you play the demo. If you beat it in 30 minutes or get to the end cutscene or whatever, wherever it stops, and you still have like 7 minutes left over, I'm guessing you can restart it just like you could the Resident Evil 3 demo. Now, I don't know that for a fact. I'm just theorizing that it's probably the same, but I would imagine there's an endpoint because they wouldn't want someone to just beeline it through something and learn too much about the game. So I'm going to guess that there's going to be a cutscene you activate that ends the demo. So that'll be the following week on April 24th. Then on May 1st, and again, this demo this week and the next week demo, the Village one this week and Castle next week, only for PS4 and PS5 players. The week after that is May 1st. And on May 1st, you can play, everyone can play, PS4, PS5, and Xbox One, and Xbox One X, or whatever the new one's called, S. And, you can play it on all the Xboxes for the most part, all the more recent generation ones. So that's for everybody, and that will give you 1 hour, and you have a whole 24 hours. You have May 1st to May 2nd. I can't remember the exact time, so make sure you check the Resident Evil website. But what you'll do is you get 24 hours, and anytime you start the demo, they give you 1 hour, and I believe it's 1 hour total, which means if you play 1 hour of the Village demo and you spend your whole hour there, you won't have any time left over to play the Castle demo. I think the way he worded it could be interpreted 2 different ways. The way the producer said it, or I think the director might have said it, he said you get an hour in each. But I'm like, okay, but so that means an hour in each, like the Village and the Castle? Because that's twice the amount of time as you got that we're going to get, early access to for PS4 and PS5 players. So I don't know. So just be prepared that if you try not to spend your whole hour in the one level, try to save some time for the other level so you can experience both levels if you want, just in case. And if you find out that, hey, you get a full hour in each, let that be a surprise. But I would say plan for it to not be that way, but be surprised, if it is. So for the next 3 weeks, we have demos every Saturday night, leading up to the release of the game, which is May 7th. I will be able to play the game May 7th when I come home from work. I think that's a Friday, 7th. Yep, that's a Friday, because the 9th is Mother's Day, and the 10th I might be having surgery on the 10th. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have. I already have it booked, but in case it gets pushed back, but I'm pretty sure we're going to do it. But it's an outpatient surgery, so I should be fine. So my goal is on Friday and Saturday when I come home from work to play Resident Evil Village as much as I can. On Sunday, I'm not allowed to eat before the surgery for I think like 24 hours, almost 24 hours. So I'll probably have a big breakfast in the morning, or like probably before like 11 a.m. And then I'm taking that day off work so I can rest all day. But I may just play Village and try to beat it before I go have my surgery, because then I don't want to I don't want to be like in the middle of the game and having not beat it, because after my surgery I'll be on bed rest for a couple days and I probably won't have the energy to play Res Evil. So I'm going to try to do my best and play as much Res Evil as I can on the 7th, 8th, and the 9th. So there you go. So everyone who follows the channel, thank you so much. Sorry I didn't have a lot of visuals popping up. Maybe I'll edit some in and put this on private and download it, edit some in, and re-upload it this weekend. Maybe we'll do that. But I can't do it tonight. I'm too tired and I want to go to bed. So and then tomorrow we're going to play the demo. So I think I'll just probably leave this version up. But it was cool. The Res Evil Showcase was neat, and I'm glad they announced these demos, so now we can all get a taste of the game starting tomorrow for PS4 and PS5 owners. And if you don't have those and you want to hang out with us and experience the demo with us, please come back and check us out. So everyone who popped in here, Riddle John, thanks for commenting and everything, and everyone else who's watching silently and hanging out with us, thank you so much, and I will see you all in the future. Peace. Oops, press the wrong button. And I press it again.